Hey y'all, I'm Tracy. Welcome back to Just Dig It Farms. We have been busy all summer harvesting and preserving all that the farms provided for us this year so that we can eat healthy, delicious, organic food out of our garden during the winter time, and so that we could share some of that goodness with our family. Guess what day it is?
It's honey harvest day.
Yay!
I wanna do it all with you by my side. If you're in, meet me here tonight. Be brave and come along, I'll be your ride. Promise we don't need no brake lights. We can travel the world, so just say yes. Choose to do whatever comes next. This or that, getting drunk on whiskey on a Tuesday night. Drinking where I'm by an open fire.
The past couple of weeks have been really busy around here with harvesting and preserving. I've had a lot of doctor's appointments I've had to go to, and I plan to do a little video and give you guys a health update real soon. Not today, because I got too many other things to share with y'all, but real soon I'm gonna sit down and share with y'all my health update. But between all of the doctor's appointments and the harvesting and preserving, and we took a little bit of a break and went to see our kids for a couple of days, I just was not able to get a video out last week, y'all, and I apologize for that. But this week, I want to share with y'all a little bit of what we've been up to. This past weekend, we harvested our honey, and it is a very big job that takes the whole weekend to do. So before we got started, I made us a big batch of sourdough blueberry pancakes with my discard. And I've really been enjoying doing sourdough. I got into it this past winter. I took a course with my friend Jill over at Whispering Willow and have been trying to master the art of sourdough. And I've come up with this really delicious recipe for sourdough discard blueberry pancakes, and it is delicious. If you would like the recipe for this, you can find it on our website, JUSTDIGITFARMS.com. Go under recipes and you'll find the recipe there.
Oh, my love, you're such a fragile thing, I know. And with the winter comes the ice, the snow, but I'm here to hold. And oh, my love, don't worry about the cold just yet. The trees haven't started to shed. Just feel the summer sun as it warms our bed. I'm lying, and I'm lying when I said
I got them apple bottom jeans, a bee suit with fur, the whole club's looking at her.
These two were in the freezer, so we'll be able to use these for the transport.
Did you get some extra lids?
They're out there
Extra ones?
ahead of you. 3, yes.
Perfect. What day is it?
It's bee harvest day.
Honey harvest day.
Bee harvest. Oh. Take his lid off. This is a deep. What'd you put that on there for?
Trying to be proactive. It's something different. We really need more frames on this. You know?
We'll just leave that open and I'll go get some out of the freezer. But this is where we was gonna put
we'll
the.
put our honey ones.
Yeah,
back
we'll
in
put
here. Like that.
See what we're doing with this.
All right, so this one's got. We got to come back to it. I'm just gonna put the bricks right here.
What I'm gonna do is just set this down right here because
Boy, that's a tall one. That's got 4 on it, huh? Nice.
Solid pull.
We like to keep 10 to 12 hives, but we're down to 4 this year. We lost a lot of bees the past couple of years and we haven't had swarms, so we haven't been able to build our hives back up. We're not able to harvest near the amount of honey that we did last year, but we did harvest more than what we thought we were going to get. So we've ended up with 24 gallons of honey this year off of our 4 hives. And we're actually going this next weekend to pick up 3 more nooks. So we'll have 3 more hives that we'll be adding to the bee yard. So we'll go into the winter with 7 hives. And then hopefully next spring, we'll be able to get our hives back up to 10. If you would like some of our honey, you can go to our website, JUSTDIGITFARMS.com, and we have some available for sale there on our farm stand shop. Our neighbor who lives down the road came by to visit us and said that we were welcome to come over and pick his figs off his fig tree because him and his wife just can't do it anymore and it was loaded. So Pop and Mom and I loaded up with our pans and ladder and we went to his house and picked figs. What y'all doing?
Picking
Picking what?
figs.
What you gonna make with all them figs?
Strawberry fig preserves and pickle figs.
Okay.
Look here. Oh yeah, I emptied my basket already. I have to go empty mine in just a minute.
All right.
It sounds like a good thing.
Yeah,
Of course, it don't hurt to eat a few as you pick them.
that's right.
See? Delicious.
I love figs. Jean's mom took most of the figs and made strawberry fig preserves, which is so delicious. I took some of the figs and dehydrated them. I love to take figs and dehydrate them, not all the way to where they're crispy, but leave them still a little bit chewy. Put them in freezer bags, put them in the freezer, and then you can just pull them out, eat them as a snack. It's just delicious. I call it fig candy. This year we only planted about 2 50-foot rows of corn. We did Peaches and Cream, Honey Select, and Silver Queen. The past 2 years we've grown a lot of corn, and I've canned it. I've got it put up in the freezer. So we've got a lot of corn put up. So we only grew these 2 rows just for fresh eating. We love to take the whole corn on the cob, shuck and all, throw it on the grill for a few minutes, and eat grilled corn. It's one of our favorite ways to eat corn. But I did have a lot of excess here towards the end of the harvest, and I saw this cool idea on Instagram where they took the corn, shucked it, silked it, put it in vacuum seal bags, and went ahead and put salt and pepper on it and butter, and then vacuum sealed it, put it in the freezer, and then you can just pull those bags out and either put them directly in the microwave for a few minutes, or you can put them in a pot of boiling water and cook them like that. So I thought I would give that a try this year with the few extras that we had and see how it works. We got a lot of rain this year in the spring and early summer, which was not good for the tomatoes. But I did get some. So what I like to do is go ahead and wash them and core them, which is just cut the core out in the middle, cut off any bad spots that's on the tomato. And this year's tomatoes had a lot of bad spots. And then I score the bottom of them, which is just cut an X in the bottom of them. And I've read that you do that because it helps to keep the tomato from bursting when it's frozen or something like that. I don't know. I just do what are the instructions that I read to do it. So you core it, score the bottom, and then put them in Ziploc bags and put them in the freezer. And then when all of my tomatoes have come in and I've got them all put up in the freezer, then I can can them all at one time and just make one big mess, one big batch of pasta sauce, salsa, and tomatoes at one time. So what we've been doing for the past couple of years is my mom comes down for the weekend, and we've been doing this together and making up all of the salsa, pasta sauce, and tomatoes for the year. So this year I didn't get a whole lot of tomatoes, but my friend Holly and I are taking a trip up to the tomato farm in North Alabama in just a couple of weeks. So we're going to be going up there and picking a whole bunch of tomatoes so that I can get all of my tomato products canned and made for the year. These are my top pick pink-eyed peas, and there's quite a few that are ready to be harvested. So I'm going to get all of these picked this morning. This is the first time that I've ever grown these top pick pink-eyed peas, and I really like them. I like how all the peas are just like at the top of the little bush, and it's gonna make it so much easier to pick than having to get down underneath all of that and try to find the peas and pick them. This makes it so much easier. I really like these. We've got quite a few ready. So I'm gonna get these picked and I'm gonna get them canned and put up. I've got another bed of the top picked pink-eyed peas right here. So I'm gonna get all these picked this morning. Now on the trellis over there, I've got Mississippi purple whole pink-eyed peas over there. And they're not quite ready yet. And I've got some blue butterfly pea flowers to pick. Look how beautiful all these zinnias are, y'all. Wow, they're so pretty. This is my okra, and I've got okra to pick too this morning. So I'm gonna get this done before the heat gets here. It's already 85 and it will not be long, and it'll be almost 98. I think today is the high. This is the bed that I have my summer squash in, my yellow crookneck and zucchini. And of course the squash vine borers got most of my squash. I did get to harvest a good bit, but they still got a lot. But this little squash baby, squash vine borers never got it, and I am still picking yellow squash from these plants. There's two of them. Squash bugs and the vine borers never got these, but it got all the other ones in this same bed. So I'm still harvesting enough squash off of these few squash plants that I planted back in the spring that the squash vine borers never got. That's pretty awesome. It took me longer than I thought to pick all these peas and okra, so I didn't get to pick my flowers or some herbs that I was going to pick. But this is what I got this morning. I got a basket full almost full of okra. This is Clemson Spineless and Jing Orange okra. 2 big baskets full of top pick pink eye peas. My papa would have called this 2 bushels and a peck and a hug around the neck. And a few little yellow squash. Now the fun part. I get to sit down and find some of my friends on YouTube and watch a few YouTube videos and shell peas.
Well, y'all, several people asked me about the German cucumber salad that I made.
You can tell right off the bat when you walk outside when the humidity's down, and it is like, I swear it feels like it's 15 degrees cooler. I actually spent the majority of my day yesterday working on termite.
And I spent a good bit of my day shelling peas. Usually I shell my peas or snap beans at nighttime whenever we finally sit down to watch a little bit of TV before we go to bed. But today I decided to just chill out, sit down, shell my peas, and catch up on some of my friends on YouTube, which was really nice because yesterday I had one of my infusions and they wiped me out for a few days. So it was a good day to sit down and shell peas. I do a raw pack on my peas and beans. So the first thing I do after I get my peas all shelled is I wash them really good and sort them. I look through and try to pick out any bad ones that got thrown into the bowl. And then I pack them in my sterilized jars and add 1 teaspoon per quart of sea salt. I like to use the Redmond sea salt. And then I just use a butter knife and get the air bubbles out, wipe off my rims really good to make sure I get a good seal. And then I put hot, not boiling, but hot lids and rings on my jars and just give them a good twist, a good finger tight. Now I'm just going to get these jars in my canner. I've got about 2 to 3 inches of water in here. I've had my eye turned on so the water can get hot. I love my Denali canner. It has served me really well. If you're in need of a good canner, I've got my link in the description below to Denali. I highly recommend them. So I'm just getting my jars in here, and then I'm going to get my lid put on. I'm going to let it come to a good steam for about 10 minutes. Then I'm going to put my little pressure gauge on there. And when it gets up to 10 pounds of pressure, then I'll leave it in there for 40 minutes and let it completely cool down before I take my jars out. I called Jean's mom and told her she could come over and get some of the peas and okra for her and Pop. So she come over and got one of the big baskets and took them home and shelled them and canned them and put them up for their pantry. And then I shelled the other big basket and put up 6 beautiful quarts of pink eye peas. And I've got a lot more out in the garden to pick. There's more coming on. So in the next few days, I imagine I'll be picking another 2 big basketfuls of peas. And I'm also about to go out and plant another succession of peas. Today is July the 30th, and our estimated first frost date here in central Alabama is not until November the 11th. So I still have 90 days of growing season here where I can grow more food. So I still have plenty of time to succession sow another round of top pick pink eye peas. I'm going to sow some more green beans And I've got some more tomatoes I'm gonna be planting just so I can have them as long as I can to eat fresh. So I'm gonna be sowing those seeds in the next day or so. Plus I'm starting seeds for broccoli and cauliflower and kale and kohlrabi and all those wonderful fall and winter vegetables that we can be growing here as well. So next week, hopefully we can work on the fall garden together. Hey, if you like this video, will you please give it a thumbs up and maybe share it with a friend or family member that you think might enjoy this kind of content? And if you haven't subscribed yet to our channel, will you please go over and subscribe so that we can hang out together every week? I hope you all have a wonderful week. God bless you, and I'll see you on the garden next week.